Yeah, we inside the game now.
It's time to level up.
We inside the game now.
It's time to level up.
We inside the game now. Hip hop gamer.
Yo, what's up, man? It's the one and only hip hop gamer.
And it's right in for me.
This is Inside the Game, and we got my dude Tyler. He already was like talking trash, like, yo, yeah, I'm that dude. I know my way around the keyboard, you know what I'm saying? Counter-Strike, what up? You know what I mean?
Man.
He got the Wake Forest on. I don't know what's gonna happen.
He was very humble. He was very humble.
So we about to set it off. We about to set it off. So this is level one. And level one, we get a chance to get the origin story.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? On who
All right.
you are. So we know you got skills in Counter-Strike.
Yes, sir.
But obviously there was a point in time before Counter-Strike.
There was.
You know, Counter-Strike.
There was.
Talk about your humble upbringing.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
so
saying? Let's
for
talk about that.
sure. Early age, maybe, 6, 7 years old. You remember the Halo franchise?
Yes.
Come on, man.
Halo.
Seriously, let's
Come on.
go.
The best thing ever. And every morning I would wake up, elementary school, and I'd play Halo 3 from like 5 a.m. to 7:30 with my sister. That's literally all I did. And we were on the grind. Team Slayer level 50, like we were fresh. We were fresh. And that's kind of how I got into FPSs. And the story kind of just took off from there. I found Counter-Strike when I was 13, played a little bit of Gary's Mod here and there just for fun.
Nice, okay.
Spice it up. And yeah, I've been playing Counter-Strike for the past 5 years.
Wow,
Yep.
that's dope.
That's
Yep.
amazing. So you mentioned your sister. I love that I'm hearing like the siblings
Oh, yeah.
being
I love
involved
that.
with gaming. What's some of the things that y'all learned from each other that taught you something on how you are now as a pro gamer today?
Yeah, for sure. So I think the biggest thing I learned from her is how to relax. She was always sitting there on the controller, on the keyboard, whatever it might be, and she was as cool as a cucumber. And let me tell you, I was, raging. I was throwing my headset across the room in my early days, doing all that dumb stuff that, a little kid would.
Yeah.
And my sister, who's 5 years younger than me, she just sat there and she was just chilling. And I think the biggest thing I learned from her is the ability to stay calm in tense and tight situations. And I think what I taught her is how to aim, to be honest. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Mechanically, I helped her out, but everything else, she really helped me out through it.
Now, me personally, I'm not good with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I'm a partner with Logitech G, right? You know what I'm saying? But I'm not good with mouse and keyboard.
Yeah.
I need my gamepad.
Yeah.
But you say you know your way around mouse and keyboard.
I do.
What's some of the things that you've done personally and things that you would mention to the viewers out there? Like, how can someone get good with the mouse and keyboard? Like, how did that work for you?
Yeah, that's a good question, and has a very strange story and a good answer. So,
I like this.
when I was younger, I couldn't have a computer in my room when I first got into PC gaming. And the computer was like a family computer, right? So the family computer was right outside of my siblings' room. And every night they go to sleep around 8 p.m., they were younger than me, and I actually had to play in the dark. So I memorized the keyboard straight up in the dark, and I had to know my way around the keyboard, and that's how I memorized the keyboard. I didn't learn the traditional way to type. I just learned through being in the dark. I memorized where the keys were at, and that's pretty much how I learned my way around it. Like,
Yeah, because
serious
there wasn't
story.
that many RGB type of...
Exactly. There was none of that.
There was no the lights.
I had like one of those super old Dell keyboards that comes with the computer. We all know, like stuff like that. But yeah, no lights, and I had to learn my way around it, and that was the origin of how I got into being proficient in computer games.
Bro, you a beast,
Yeah,
son.
I'm doing my best.
Son, you a beast.
I'm gonna have to turn the lights off and just my alien with keyboard. Just trying to figure it out. Because I'm bad at it. Now I used to play Counter-Strike, in high school, in between teach you in the computer class, and we used to play it, everything like that. So that's how I learned.
Yeah.
But once I got hefty on the controls, I lost that.
That's fair.
So I know the PC master race would love to say, okay, let's get into, you play with a controller. I don't care. But I have smacked a lot of people on Call of Duty that was on the mouse. So I was wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So now, what I want to ask you this in terms of just the overall upbringing. What was that moment that made you wanna take this seriously? Because I feel like gaming is that hobby that everybody talks about, but the way you taking it, it's like, there's certain qualifications, there's certain way the mind gotta work in order to make this work for you on a professional level.
Yeah.
What's some of the things or the transitions that you had with your personality that allowed you to be great competitively?
Okay, that's a good question. So personality traits that made me be good competitively.
Yeah.
I think the biggest thing is this, I'm the leader on my team. I'm the guy calling the strats in game. I'm the guy that's making the decisions, and I'm kind of the guy, in a way, keeping everyone together. So I think the biggest personality trait that I had to learn from Counter-Strike that I've applied elsewhere, being like the tennis team captain and like doing whatever else I do in high school, was leadership. And I think the biggest thing I developed from day one of playing Counter-Strike as a little kid, just messing around with my friends, doing whatever I wanted, to the person I am now is the leadership quality that I had to get from, like, that I got from gaming,
Yeah.
And I think the other thing is also, like, I think slowly at one point in time I kind of lost myself in the leadership, I was like, I know what I'm doing, it's my way or the highway. And that's how it was for a little while. But I had to realize that there were other people around me on my team that knew just as much, if not more, than what I did. And I had to account for other opinions, and I had to admit when I was wrong as a person. So if I had to say Counter-Strike taught me two things, I would say it taught me leadership. And more than leadership, it taught me how to look back at my leadership and say, you know what, maybe I was wrong here.
So it humbled
It definitely humbled me, 100%.
That's dope.
100%, yeah.
Yo, this is why I love the show, baby. This is why I love the show, because like these things right there, you gotta think about it. Like there's no context for what you do a lot of times if these things didn't exist and these conversations didn't happen. Because like the gaming is one thing, but you actually more extraordinary than what they know you for.
Exactly.
In terms of the game. So I love that.
Yeah.
So another question that I have for you
go ahead.
is what's some of the things that not really outside of the gaming, but when it comes to Counter-Strike and Halo, what's some other games, or is there any other games you utilize to help you when it came to playing Counter-Strike? So like for example, let's say you played Super Mario Brothers.
Okay.
What about Super Mario Brothers like helped you in other games that you played professionally? Like, you know what I mean? Something like that.
That makes sense. I mean, I've played a good amount of League of Legends in my day. I'm sure we're all familiar, very famous. And I think I took League pretty seriously at one point in time. And I think, once again, the thing I learned from League is not so much the leadership thing, but playing from the perspective of not being a leader, right? Because in League of Legends, when I took it a little more seriously, I was less of a leader, an in-game leader in League of Legends, rather just someone who was playing, listening to someone else. So I think what I learned from another game similar to League of Legends is the ability to listen to someone else and execute as told, which is different from Counter-Strike, where I was the leader and I had to dish out stuff.
Yeah.
And I think that's a big thing I learned from League of Legends specifically.
I think that's a huge responsibility, especially because some people can either take the title as leader, or some people are just given that because of just how well people follow them.
Yeah.
Like they account on you to make the decisions. So
Exactly.
that's how you became the leader. So I think it was really great to be like, you know what, let me step outside and let me listen. You know what I'm saying? This time in this game, because then you get to pick up on things to help your team go to the next level. So I think that's really dope.
100%, 100%.
That's crazy.
I know Crash Bandicoot humbled me for real. On video games, especially this remake. It really it humbled me because I developed what patience was again in gaming.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times we're either trying to rush through, complete the game, or trying to be the best. But it really no. This is a platformer, but you have to take your time, because if not, it's a wrap. You have to start all over again.
That's very, very true.
And what I love about what you said, to piggyback on that, is Crash Bandicoot was the same thing for me. There's this board, it's called Hog Wild.
Okay.
Hog Wild, the time when you're on that little big thing, and you gotta jump and stuff like that.
Is the bridge.
The bridge. Yeah, so I think it's called Hog Wild, if I'm not mistaken. And the thing is, the timing gotta be so precise to the point where it's like either I throw the controller and break it, then get mad because I don't got the money to buy another one right now, or I really figure this out. So yes, patience, taking my time, because when I won and I beat that level, I was like,
it was satisfying.
I felt, man, the feeling's unbelievable. So trust me, I get that. So I think that was great, to start out with, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But as you know, you play Counter-Strike,
yes,
you
sir.
get those headshots, you know what I'm saying?
I try.
You know when it's time to level up.
Yep.
So now it's time to level up. So we about to move on to level 2, and level 2 is when we go inside the game.
All right.
So we're gonna learn a lot more about you, Tyler.
Sounds
Let's
good.
Get it poppin'.
Sounds good. I'm ready.
God bless. We be right back with level 2. Let's get it, baby. Yo, all right, so check this out, man. One thing I love about you, Tyler, is how you learn so much through gaming.
Yeah.
When so many people would say gaming is a waste of time. So,
No,
like,
it's far from
I love how you broke down, you know, the patience and the leadership and all these other things. Now let's dive a little bit deeper into like who you are
Yeah.
and what your day-to-day is like. So, being a leader, like, what's some of the responsibilities that you have right now day to day,
Yeah.
especially in Counter-Strike and just, you know, with a team and being a leader?
Yeah, so you know, I can speak to Counter-Strike and I'll speak to something else as well. So specifically in Counter-Strike, being a leader, there's a couple things you gotta do. Number one is you gotta make sure everyone's online, ready to go at the exact same time. And it sounds easy, don't get me wrong, but it's hard. You know, you gotta control 4 other people, you gotta coordinate schedules, so I'm definitely the scheduler of the team. I'm making sure that everyone's ready to go at practice, I'm making sure we're all there to game, I'm making sure we're laser focused, because we gotta be ready, you know? Only so much time we can play together in one day.
Right.
The other thing that I think is my biggest responsibility is the strats, right? It's the strategy. So in Counter-Strike, there are the counter-terrorists and the terrorists, as I'm sure y'all know, and the viewers, maybe I'll go a little more in depth. But on the terrorist side, your objective is to plant the bomb. And on the counter-terrorist time, your objective is to defuse it. And the terrorists have to take the bomb sites. But it's not as easy as it sounds. You have to throw coordinated flashes, smokes, Molotovs, decoys, everything you can in the book to, you know, smoke them out so they can't see you. So in Counter-Strike, my biggest responsibility is calling the strategy that we're gonna be using on the terrorist and counter-terrorist side. So what that involves is round by round strategizing and analyzing what my opponents are doing, finding the weak spots, and then dishing out that information to my team in a cohesive and quick way, because we have a small amount of time before the round starts, you know, freeze time, and making sure it all goes according to plan. So that's definitely my biggest responsibility.
How do you, like,
Yeah.
that sounds a lot. 'Cause even hearing, like, earlier on how Counter-Strike is actually, like, organized as a tournament is crazy. How do you pace yourself? Because a lot of times our brains is actually like an organic computer.
Yeah.
How do you pace yourself so you don't burn yourself out?
Yeah, that's a phenomenal question. And let me tell you, burnout is something I definitely suffered through.
Wow.
Like maybe it was a year and a half ago, you know, I was really trying to go to a good college and, you know, my parents were on my quite frankly, because, you know, my grades were slacking a little here and there and they were kind of like gaming or school. And at one point in time, you know, I thought the answer was only one or the other. So I chose school, and you know I studied really hard junior year, and you know I will be going to Wake Forest, representing a little next year, representing a little. And I think it took me a while to blend between the how can I do both Counter-Strike and school, and you know recently I was able to find that balance. But burnout, definitely something that hit me really, really hard a year ago, and I think I'm feeling better about it now. And how do I prevent it now? For me, you know, I got to give a shout out to my teammates, to be honest. You know, my teammates are standing right over there, actually, and you know, they're my closest friend.
Salute to the teammates.
Salute to the teammates.
Salute to y'all, man.
Yeah.
Much love, man.
Yeah. Not only are we, you know, gamers and we play together, but they're my close friends. You know, like it's not like every Counter-Strike team or every competitive team can spend time in person together at events like this. And you know, it's because of my boys and because of the environment we have and the friendship that we have. It's just like that keeps me motivated, that keeps me eager, that keeps me in check to play and to play at my high level. Because you know, someone says like, there's this quote, it's like, if you don't, it's like something if you're having fun while you're working, it doesn't feel like you're working at all.
Yeah.
And it's kind of something like that. You know, I'm having fun while I'm playing with my boys, and it just doesn't feel like work to me. I just do it because I love it. I do it because I enjoy it, and it's that simple.
Yo, I love that. So I got something to add on to what you were saying. So one thing that's very, very important, and I really, really want you to talk about this, but when it comes to like mental health, when you spoke about burnout, and stuff like that, a lot of people, they handle things differently.
Oh yeah.
And the way they handle things, the way they respond to things can be very dangerous to themselves.
That's very true.
You know? So what would be like your advice or some tips on how to manage like certain things for people that like want to become an esports player or just in life in itself? You know, talk to that.
So I think the biggest thing to answer that question is time management. Like the amount of time that I was wasting just doing absolutely nothing, you know, on YouTube or listening to music on Spotify or just doing something that wasn't geared towards my goal added up. And when it came down to it, Counter-Strike or school, what are you gonna do? Mom and dad are mad, they're taking away the computer, that's just the classic gamer story. And it comes to a crossroad of what do you have to do? And for me, it was one or the other, but eventually coming back to it now, I think the biggest thing that I've changed since then is just being able to manage my time in such a way where I can do everything I want, and I think a really good way to do that is a calendar. I use my Google Calendar, every single day for everything. Like right now I'm at the Ultimate Gamer event right now, and that's how I work it, and that's honestly been the best way for me to keep sane, because without that time management, it would have been tough.
Great advice, because I was looking at somebody and they were saying like a superhero, but a superhero who has a 9 to 5.
Yeah.
And they broke up the time as far as, okay, the 9 to 5, okay, you have to go home, your family, you have to eat,
right,
you have to sleep, you gotta wash yourself up, but then you have to be a superhero late at night. Like, it was just dividing all the time. I was like, wow, this person still had some hours left in the day.
Exactly.
Because they just took time to kind of seek, well, how much do I lollygag? How many, just for someone just to balance that out. Okay, we lollygag for an hour, you're on Instagram or YouTube. Some people get lost in that, and it turns into 2-3 hours of nothing. I can attest to that. I'm like, wait a minute, what time? Just looking at stupid stuff on Instagram alone. So that's phenomenal, advice, especially going to college too.
Oh yeah.
Because to manage being a pro athlete in esports, which a lot of people don't understand, even with playing video games, computing things in your head.
Yes.
And then you have to compute what you're going to school for as well, too.
Exactly.
That's a lot.
That's a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Like I said, at this time, it'll be RAM. I'm just going to be this random access memory. I'm dumping this out right now. I don't have, it's just too much. So that's really great advice, especially for those who's young that want to kind of take both seriously, but don't know how to juggle the two.
Yeah, nah, that's crazy. Yo, bro, you real with it.
I'm trying.
You real with it. So I got another question for you.
Yeah.
And now this part right here is, I always like to talk about, legacy. So the thing is, I think you're being very inspirational by taking on the challenge of playing the games and taking on the challenge of, Wake Forest and going to school.
Right.
So what I want to ask you is, when you go to Wake Forest, is there anything that you want to, instead of just going there to do your work, is there anything that you thought about going there, but going there to change, or going there to add and bring your skill set in gaming to Wake Forest to Go ahead, bro.
I love that. I literally love that question. Oh my God.
Let's go, bro.
I love that question. So, I'll be a little heartfelt here. So I'm from Parkland, Florida. And, my local high school, which I don't attend, but I went to middle school there, fell victim to the Parkland shooting, which is the shooting of Marjorie Stoneman Douglas, and 17 kids that legitimately live, and that I knew, multiple of them, died that day. And ever since that day, I kind of thought to myself, this sucks. It's terrible. And going to Wake Forest, North Carolina, the specific county that Wake Forest is in, is one of the most gerrymandered districts in the entire country. Basically, I'll keep it simple, but a bunch of Republicans have decided that all of the minorities deserve to be in this one tiny district, and the Democrats win huge numbers every single time, which gives the other districts, the Republican districts, massive overskew, and they win 5 to 6 districts. And basically, people are grouped into these categories. And going to Wake Forest, I'm super duper interested in going to law school and changing, maybe being a politician one day, but more or less advocating for change, so there could be, in my opinion, more Democratic governors and more Democratic senators and congresspeople in North Carolina, which would ultimately, in my opinion, make a better world. And that's something I'm really adamant about doing.
Bro, I love the show. I love what we doing here. Bro, that's crazy. I don't know what else to say. If you got something.
I mean, that's great. Even
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Even talk about something that's so systematic.
Yeah, 100%.
In those regards, what's something in gaming you want to do now to kind of make that leeway to what you want to do in the future on something like that?
Yeah. So I think the biggest thing is, I'll kind of tie it back to the leadership and organization aspect. What I want to do down the line is I want to be able to be in a position of power in a way, but in a position where I can use my power for good, not just be the mighty powerful person that is selfish. I'm ultimately, honing in on my skills of being a leader and being a part of a system and trying to be the best that I can be, and bringing that to a later career, whether it's in law, whether it's in politics, or whether it's just studying in undergrad in general. And I want to continuously bring that out and then go from there. But my biggest thing from gaming is just, once again, like, learning the skills that I need to market myself later in life, you know? Learning how to act, learning how to behave, learning how to play hard, learning how to, you know, to be frank, get what I want and try and meet the right people and be in the right place at the right time. And it's all those skills of life that I've learned from gaming that I want to apply later.
Bro, listen, like, I'll tell you right now, son.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care what team it is or
Yeah.
whatever you do.
Yeah.
Like, but your heart, like,
Yeah.
just listening to you, like, your heart is not only in the right place, but it's like, I can see, like, the aura, like, you know what I'm saying, of
Thank
what you want to do.
Thank you.
So, first off, God bless.
Yeah.
And you're going to get it.
I appreciate it.
You feel me?
I do.
You feel me?
I do.
You're gonna
I
get
do.
it.
Thank you.
Bro, Wake
Thank you.
Forest got, like, somebody coming to them that's going to be crazy.
I'm excited.
Let's go, man. So, look, on that note, you know how it is. You gotta level up. You know what I'm saying? You
It's
gotta
time.
level up, man. So now we about to go to level 3, and we about to go beyond the game.
All right.
So we're gonna learn a little bit more about my man Tyler right here. So on that note, we'll see y'all in a minute. Let's get it popping, baby. Level 3 up next. Now, I know y'all love Tyler. I know y'all love him. You have no choice but to love him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's killing it right now. Now, before we go on in terms of beyond the game questions, Red Infamy, I just gotta ask you something, like, just everything Tyler has been saying and you advocating for black women, especially in the gaming space, and just that change period. Like, what are your thoughts that gaming is bringing out all of this information? Like, what are your thoughts on that?
I think that the thing about gaming, and from people who, let's say, didn't grow up around a diverse bunch or just grew up around their own heritage, their own race, with gaming, what it does is it puts you in the lens of other people. And also it puts you around other people as well. That probably your parents didn't get a chance to do that, or your environment didn't get a chance to do that. Now you're getting different cultures, different people around you, and now you're hearing their plights. So when you get to hear their plights and you want to make a change, so you're like, well, damn, you know, my friend said this happened and they felt this type of way, and I don't want them to feel that way, you know, because you're so close to that person. So that it brings out, like, okay, well, what can I do to help? Because I think the main thing in gaming, we know how to call an action in gaming. There's a lot of serious stuff going on right now that we could take that same energy of what we do in gaming and apply it to the real world. So then that stuff doesn't infiltrate within the gaming industry, because it's already in the gaming industry as a whole now, certain systematic things.
Yep.
So if we're able to change that because of the things that we love and passionate about, why not?
Why not? I love what's happening here. Like, you know, this is crazy. So, but now let's go beyond the game. So I gotta ask you this.
Yeah.
You said you and your sister was playing and stuff like that. Like, what's one of the craziest things, like, your sister has ever done to you? Like, something that people don't know about you or something like that. But
That's
something
your
that
little sister, right?
Yeah.
Your little sister. What's something that your little sister did to you where you was like, if you wasn't my sister, I would. Yeah. Look at his face. Look at
There's so many. I'm trying to think
That's
of.
where the love comes.
Yeah.
Like, yo, I know you denied.
Oh,
All right.
man.
There was this one time. It was actually recent. It was actually recent. It was I was maybe 16, 17, and I was getting ready for a league match in Counter-Strike. It was online, and my sister and I got into a huge argument the day before. I don't remember what it was about. It's irrelevant. But I get back home from where was I? I get back home from tennis practice after school. Walk into my room. Guess what I'm missing?
Don't tell me.
You know what I'm about to say. Mouse and keyboard gone.
Yes.
No idea.
You hurting my heart right now.
It hurt
bro.
my heart.
You
Yep.
Yeah,
go ahead, tell me.
Mouse and keyboard were just totally gone, and I asked everyone in the house, where could my mouse and keyboard go? Where did it go? And I walked up to my sister and I'm like, Kaylee, like, what did you do with my mouse and keyboard? And she's like, you're not getting it back. And I'm like, well, I got a match right now, so can I get it back? No. So what did I have to do? Go to the old family gaming computer, pull back the family mouse and the family keyboard, and Counter-Strike is a very, how do I say it? You got to have your stuff in order to be able to play.
It's a tedious game.
Very tedious game. And I had to play on my old Windows equipment from the default computer, and I was pissed. I was mad.
So why
I feel
did she
bad
take
for
the
you.
EQ
Yeah, like what?
route?
Yeah.
I think we got into some argument about, she like watches Netflix and like the family TV, which is closer to my room than it is to hers. And I'm gonna be honest, I go to bed early. You know, I'm not like a boomer. I'm not that old, but like I go to bed at like 11, and they're in their teenage years. They're staying up till like 1 or 2, and I was like,
man.
"Can you turn down?"
now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
especially
right
right
now,
now.
yeah.
Quarantine's got everyone's sleep schedule messed up. And she didn't turn off the TV. It was too loud, and we went back and forth. And I went outside and I turned off the TV, and that struck an argument. And next day, mouse and keyboard are gone. That was it. Revenge.
Oh.
Wow.
Dude,
You better be
that-
glad that
Yeah, because
if that
I'm
was
just
my
thinking
problem-
about me, and like if some.
Yeah.
No, I don't know if that. We're not going to talk about that part. So we go. Yeah, let's move on to another question. So now another thing I would say, and like I said, beyond the game. What's some of the things, or like even musically, like you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like what's some things that's like other inspirations for you that you do on a day-to-day that people may not know about you or think you would do?
Yeah, so for sure. All right, I got one. So I think the biggest thing that people look at me and don't really know about me is, I do a lot of speech and debate and community service work. So like, I'm the president of my debate team at school. I plan to debate at Wake Forest. Don't mean to plug my school again or anything, but you know the vibes.
It's all good. It
Yeah.
starts with a W. We get dubs over here.
Yeah,
Let's
for
get
sure,
it.
for sure. And I think, being able to use your voice is such a powerful thing. It's a powerful thing for me, it's a powerful thing for everyone, and I think a lot of people need to find their voice. And in order to find that voice, some people aren't given the opportunities to because of the way our educational system is structured. And, in my free time, I've done a lot of work with, schools that can't afford a debate coach like my school can. So, I've taught debate to a lot of kids, and to me, that's just something that a lot of people know about me, but they don't know how much it means to me. To be able to show people what I know and help them garner their skills and learn so much more and just be able to use their voices to create good change in the world. And that's something that not a lot of people know about me, but not to the extent of more people know about me for gaming. That's the reality. That's the reality.
I think that right there is really important because a lot of kids, especially when they come from a disadvantage.
Oh yeah.
As far as a neighborhood that's like hoods or anything like that, any type of disadvantaged type of scenarios, they don't have the confidence because they look around them and they're like, well, is this the end all be all?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then they see someone else that doesn't look like them, like, okay, well, they're there, so I can't be there. So to give kids, I think that's one of the things right now that kids don't have is a level of confidence because they either try to be someone else or they're trying to, they don't know what to be because they don't see it a lot of times. So I think that right there is much kudos to you.
Yeah.
As
No,
far as
I love
having
doing
a
it.
passion to
I
give
love doing it.
someone to find their voice.
Yo, that's beautiful, man. So, like, another thing that I would ask you is, working with your team and stuff like that. Like, is there anybody or any organizations that you feel is like, you know what, my experience in the gaming world, I'm seeing a lot of organizations, and let's say they're not doing it right, or let's say they're not upholding certain things. Does that like entice you to like want to change things for the next generation of gamers, like that's coming up, like on that level?
Yeah, the gaming community is weird because like unlike football or tennis or any other sport, it's all online. So I think people kind of get lost in the being anonymous on the internet, and people do things they wouldn't normally do. And I think that there have been instances, and even recently, like I noticed something that just was like totally ridiculous, and like how could you say something like that? How could you act this way? And I think a big reason that it exists is because people think they can do whatever they want online. So to me,
Some of them are foolish enough to try it in real life.
exactly, which is even worse. Trust me. And it's just like, in the gaming community, we have to create a culture and a norm that it's not okay to do stupid stuff and inexcusable things just because it's over a digital platform. It's just as bad. And to me, it's like there have been organizations that aren't doing enough, but I will give a shout out to like my organization owner because I'm a Counter-Strike player for East Coast Gaming, and I will say that like on my team, we take that stuff very seriously, and we definitely do the best job we can to make Counter-Strike and our gaming community more inclusive and big kudos to Henry, who's the director of gaming at Ultimate Gaming. I'm sure you know him.
That's my guy.
He's one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and he's a great role model, and we all look up to him.
Yeah, no, trust me. After we had Henry on the show.
Yeah. Oh, he was.
So,
Good. I thought he was great.
About Counter-Strike.
Yeah, I love Henry. So just the fact that you mentioned his name, that's all you had to say.
Yeah.
Like that,
Oh, yeah.
That's all you had to say. And stuff like that.
So to even talk about that, a lot of times pro gamers don't have, I guess, the schooling or training in public speaking a lot of times, or how to be public on social media platforms. It has messed them up a lot because the things you did in high school or middle school, you're now a public figure. You can't do that anymore.
Right.
Is that something too that you would look into, or something as well? Because kids are looking up to y'all because y'all are so relatable. You're not too far off from their age too.
Yeah.
So I know that's another thing. Nowadays, a lot of players have lost a lot of their scholarships or any type of sponsorships.
Oh yeah.
Any type of tournament earnings too, or getting kicked off of teams
Suspensions,
based
bans.
off of certain things they've said online.
Yeah.
That was just really inappropriate.
Yeah. For sure. And that's definitely an issue, by the way. Like 100%, I totally agree with that. And I just think the best way to change that is to just be a role model. You have to ask yourself what you did in high school, what you did in middle school. You have to be more mature, especially now. And there was even an incident in Counter-Strike where, a player from a Brazilian professional team said something to an American player that he shouldn't have, and the guy's career was ruined. He said one tweet, whether he meant it or not, he said it, and it ruined his career. And it ruined his career. And to be honest, you need to know better. And in order to know better, you have to, when you're younger, and maybe you're a future professional gamer, you look up to the people that are current professional gamers. So it's like a call to action for all of us to do better right now, so the next generation is even better than us and builds on to one another.
Tyler, yo, I don't know what else to say. Again, this whole interview has been great. But what I will say is, what I love about having you on is that your words matches your demeanor and how serious you are when you project what you say. So it makes me want to watch everything that you're doing beyond just gaming, but if you're debating, it's like whatever it is that you're doing, it makes me want to be in tune, because every time you speak and I'm watching you, there's a certain level of passion that goes across the board beyond just having passion for games. And I appreciate that. It's an honor to be here talking to you about it.
It's an honor to be here with you
Real
both.
talk. So on that note, I know you nice at Counter-Strike. You know what I'm saying? I know you nice. Now, just to give y'all a little disclaimer, all right? Before we even got to the questions, he already went to his character in Smash. Before we get any, I didn't do nothing. He went straight. He said, Smash? Oh, okay. I'm like, oh, all right, he ready. Okay, cool. He the ultimate gamer. He trying to be that. I'm telling you right now, I'm gonna kill you in this game.
Yeah, you are.
I'm trying to. I'm trying to get you in this game. So. On that note, it's time to level up, baby. We going to level 4. This is boss battle status, baby. Y'all ready? Ultimate Gamer inside the game. Level 4 coming up next, baby. Let's get it.
Yes.
Woo! Yeah, baby, controllers on deck. You know what I'm saying? It's about to go down in Super Smash. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to say one love and God bless. Level 4 is here. Boss battle status, baby. Yo, Tyler, you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready for me? You ready?
I'm gonna try.
All right, let's go. Let's go, baby. All right. I'm focused right now, B. Word up.
We have to get some Call of Duty, all right?
Yeah, no, we have to. We have to. You're absolutely right.
This is not fair.
Hold up.
Oh, I forgot how to.
Oh!
Okay.
Yo, Donkey Kong is disrespectful, man.
I don't even know what I'm doing with that. Like.
Uh-oh. Kirby got me.
Let's go.
Oh, I jumped.
Oh, get out of here, bro.
Nah, you're still up.
I'm about to play this game a lot when I get home. Guys, nope.
Hold up. Oh, you gonna do me like that?
Like.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
Why am I doing freaking?
Oh!
All right.
pressing the wrong button.
Let's go!
No.
Oh.
I got one life left.
Let's go!
Oh yeah, I forgot you could do that. No.
Come on. No, this ain't
That
right.
fire thing's tough, right?
What?
Yo.
I forgot how Ness is.
Oh, I did the wrong ability.
No. Oh,
We got a close game.
no. Yo.
Oh my gosh, Nesty. No, don't hit me again. No, don't hit me again. No, get up on there.
Let's go. Let's go. Oh, yo, that's shock, yo. Let's go. No.
Yes.
Hold up. Wait, I'm going?
Yes.
Yo, no, bro.
Huh?
No.
There it is.
Yo,
There it is.
Oh,
There it
man.
is.
Yo, see, that's that leadership.
GG's.
That's that leadership right there.
GG's.
Yo, that's crazy,
GG.
man. So, yo, great game, bro.
Yeah,
great
great
game.
game to you both.
Time to stand up?
All right.
It's time to stand up?
I finally
man.
beat you.
Oh,
I
here we
didn't
go,
beat
here we
you
go.
today.
You won, man.
Oh,
You got the belt.
I
You get a
got
chance to
the
hold the belt,
belt.
man. Word up,
Thank
man.
you, thank you.
So look, y'all. It's been a great show.
Yes,
Tyler,
it
you've been
has.
a great guest. It's the one and only hip hop gamer.
And Red Infamy.
And lift.
All right, cool. Yo, man, this has been great. This is the Ultimate Gamer Inside the Game. One love and God bless. And we are out of here. Peace.
Oh, Ultimate Gamer.
We inside the game now.
Time to level up.
We inside